Welcome back, everyone. This is Super Kelly Brothers Podcast, episode 1174, April the 11th, 2021. My name is Sloan Kelly.
My name is Jody Kelly. Oops.
Mondo, no! Oh, it's Boba. It's
It
okay.
took me ages to set up.
He can handle it. He's been around the block. Welcome back to another episode of the Super Kelly Brothers Podcast. Jody, how's you been?
Great.
Another week, another lockdown.
Still. Aye. We should have a wee chart up here saying,
just tally marks on the wall.
No COVID. I'm probably pushing it now, though.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I'm pushing my luck. I've not had it. You never leave the house anyway, so you'll be totally fine.
No, I'll never leave the house.
Isn't that the best? Well, pre-COVID, you never left the house.
Yeah, outside bad, inside good. That's been my theory for a while.
Yep.
Built my little kingdom.
That's right.
In a house.
No pants every day.
Don't need them. People only see me from here up anyway, so I mean it doesn't really matter. For those of you watching it on a black and white television set, I'm using a blue T-shirt.
Black and white television set, yeah.
So, does anyone? I wonder if people buy wouldn't it be weird if people still bought like black and white monitors?
See black and white TVs. Well, we're quite old, so
we remember
when we had a black and white TV. Apparently, you could get like an overlay with 3 bands of color on it. Do you remember that?
No, that's not right.
That's true.
I think that was for video games. That was for the Fairchild Channel F or something. You would tape them onto there, and you would get like the different like Space Invaders. Remember Space Invaders? I mean, it was a monochrome thing, but it had like a plastic overlay, so the bottom bit was green, but it wasn't really green.
Yep. So when the Space Invaders get closer, they started off at the top. It was green and yellow, and then red.
Something else, maybe. Sure.
Right in tell us.
Yeah.
Anyway, they changed because of the overlay thing.
Yeah,
there's a cracking little mini Space Invader machine out just now, and it's actually got the reflective thing. You know how Space Invaders is
really
reflected onto the kind of backdrop?
Yeah, because it's a reverse. Yeah.
It's a mini one of that. I'll need to kind of dig it out and shoot.
That's cool.
I'm going to track one down. And get one.
Because it's like a Pepper's Ghost they've got, because they've got the sort of background with the sort of lunar base thing on it, and then there's like a kind of like Starfield background, and it projects it on there, so it looks like it's on there. It's great.
Looks cool, and it does that effect. It's brilliant.
Wow,
really effectful. That's the Americans make these kind of words up, don't they? Like
addicting.
Addicting. That's the one I was going to say. An exclamation point. Exclamation point.
Mark. Exclamation mark.
Thank you.
There's also a full stop instead of period as well.
That's right. Yeah.
So
what can you do?
All these crazy things. Crazy things. Should we talk the news?
Oh, yes.
That gong at the end's really loud, isn't it?
It wasn't too bad, actually.
For you, maybe.
I've had worse.
I don't know if this is top of the news, but certainly the news. Phoebe Waller-Bridge, Fleabag, and L337, is that the designation? Leet. She has joined the cast of Indiana Jones 5, along with Harrison Ford, and John Williams is going to do the music for it, which came out as a sort of an official tweet from Lucasfilm the other day there on Instagram.
I hope she's not. She's not going to be the long lost daughter or something. The way that they had Mutt.
So no, I just happened to have a conversation with name dropping now Ben Heck, who occasionally replies to me when I tweet at him. He was saying that he reckons it's going to be set in China, and I reckon she's going to be a cultural attaché in the British Embassy, and she's going to be in search of something mystical, supernatural, and she's going to enlist the great Indiana Jones for one last adventure, and she's going to be the comic relief.
And then be revealed as a baddie at the end, like Ray Winston was.
Probably, yes. Because why would you cast a British actor to not get them to play the baddie?
Correct.
Sean Bean.
We don't need to watch it now.
We don't. No, that's it. Lucasfilm, if you want me, I'm available to write the old script. I'm not, but you can. I can try and fit you in somehow.
So what age is he going to be when about 80? Almost 80?
172 he's going to be.
172 when he makes that movie. That's
he's
amazing,
basically going to be a fossil himself by the time he gets to make that movie. He's going to be quite old, to be honest. I mean, how old is Harrison Ford just now?
74?
Harrison Ford is 78 years old.
He's 78. He's older than Joe Biden. Joe Biden can't even make it up a set of stairs. What chance have you got?
Joe Biden was born on November 20th, 1942, and Harrison Ford was born on July 13th, 1942, which does, in fact, make Indiana Jones older than the current sitting president of the United States of America.
Wow.
So there you go. Crazy times.
So I don't know how I feel about this.
I'm not. I mean, so they're saying that there's only going to be there is only one Indiana Jones, and so it's Harrison Ford. They're not bringing in anyone else. It's just going to be him. So I don't know how they're going to. Yeah, they can't have a 78-year-old guy doing his own stunts.
No. It was Steven Spielberg that said that he's not going to make Indiana Jones unless it's Harrison Ford. He's pulled out of it.
He's bailed. Yep, he's not doing it.
So, why not just revamp it, reboot it?
Yeah.
I just don't. I don't know. I'm not.
Put Chris Pratt in there. It's fine. It's okay.
I don't know.
No, not Chris Pratt. Pedro Pascal.
Mm-hmm.
Who's big? Who's big that they can use?
That they could use? Seth Rogen.
Oh God, no! Seth Rogen.
Can you imagine that?
No.
Or make it a female Indiana Jones.
Okay. Yeah.
Reboot it.
Diana, Indiana instead of Indiana Jones, you get Diana Jones.
Virginia Jones.
No, is that not a book?
Is it?
There's a Virginia Woolf. I think it's Virginia Woolf actually. Yeah, I don't know who they could get actually. I don't know. Sly Stallone. No, he's up there as well. He's 70 something.
Sly Stallone.
That would be great, wouldn't it?
Sly's in the new Suicide Squad as the big shark.
He is, yeah. He plays a Shark Boy.
Oh boy, I can't wait to see
I don't know who's going to play Lava Girl.
Imagine that rebooted.
That would be great. I'm looking forward to it. Sticking with the bizarre, Netflix is going to give.
Although, can I just say, I do like Phoebe Waller-Bridger, so I'm glad that she's involved.
Yes, I'm glad she's involved. It's unfortunate she's probably going to end up being the baddie, but like you said before, she's Alan Rickman. She's Sean Bean. All these people. I mean, it could just be the fact she's going to be the comic relief. Why would you hire Phoebe Waller-Bridge and not have her be the comic relief?
Yeah, I know.
I mean, she's brilliant at comedy, so it makes sense.
She's fantastic.
In sad news, Ryan Johnson is being given a small fortune by Netflix. This is a picture of him after the news came out.
This is just another reason for me to be angry with Ryan Johnson. He's doing this to me on purpose.
He is, right. He did, okay.
He's trolling me. He's trolling me.
I think we're all agreed he did 2 very good movies. One of them was called Brick, and the other one was called Looper.
Looper.
And then after that, it's not been a stellar outing for him, movie-wise, as far as we're concerned. I was very, very underwhelmed by Knives Out. I didn't think it was a particularly good thing. I thought the sort of Hercule Poirot character played by they sort of transported him to be this like Nolans guy. What's his name? Benoit Blanc. Is it Benoit Blanc?
Yeah.
The Daniel Craig character. I thought it was just a very, very poor imitation of the great Hercule Poirot. And just the story was just this meh. It was like didn't see the H in the corner of the screen, so therefore I'm clever and you're stupid, type mystery stuff. And it was dumb mystery. It wasn't. Do you know what? If you want a good thriller movie that's also a comedy-ish type thing set in an old house, Clue. That's a great movie.
Clue is it's very dated, though.
It's very, very dated, but it's better than Knives Out.
Because you know what I did when Knives Out came out? I watched Knives Out, and I quite liked it, right? And I've seen it a couple of times now, and the more I watch it, the less I like it, and the more I think it's overrated. It's completely overrated. Loads of folk like it, but I thought I'll watch Clue because I remember really enjoying that movie, but it's really dated now. It is a good movie though, but
there's another one as well, and I can't remember what it's called, but it's the one where they get all the famous detectives, and Columbo's Peter Falk's in it, and he plays like Philip Marlowe. David Niven's in it. Who else is in it? What the hell is it called? I can't remember what it's called either. But anyway, that's the one that I always got mixed up when I was a kid, thinking it was Clue, but it's not. It's this other movie, and that's as good as well. But that's very dated. Clue
is based on the Cluedo character.
No, it's Peter Sellers. Sorry, that's in it, not David Niven. Sorry, I said David Niven there. Clue. Clue's based. It's called Cluedo in the UK. The movie.
No.
Yeah, I think it's called Cluedo, isn't it?
No, I
always thought it was called Cluedo.
I think so. It's still called Clue. Okay. No, it's still called Clue.
Cluedo's a British board game, of course.
I think I need to watch it again, or maybe I don't.
Yeah,
anyway,
maybe not.
Regardless, let's talk about this.
He's been given a pot of money because Netflix basically want to make 2 sequels to Knives Out starring Benoit Blanc. They want Daniel Craig is what they want. That's what they actually want.
The way I read it was, Daniel Craig and Ryan Johnson are both going to make $100 million out of this. And the way I read it was that Netflix are buying the rights to the next two sequels to Knives Out.
Yeah.
And Netflix are not paying for the production, but they're paying for the rights. I think that's how it works.
So here's the weird thing, though, and I'm going to share this up here just now. This is what he said. So this is a direct quote from Ryan Johnson. It's just what Agatha Christie did. It's just coming up with a whole new mystery, a whole new location, all new cast, whole new mechanics of the appeal of a mystery and everything. It'll be a blast. And so that makes me think that Ryan Johnson does not know what he's doing. Like he's got this money now from Netflix, and now he's got to come up with 2 movies.
Yeah, they've bought the name basically.
Yeah, they bought the idea, the concept of this Benoit Blanc guy, and they're going to make 2 movies out of it.
And so, does this set up a precedence then that Netflix are going to do this? Because they never did that with Martin Scorsese.
Nope.
Or what do you call it? David Fincher.
But Jody, how could you not love that face?
Don't start me.
And just in Star Wars.
Why are they? What's the point? I don't see the point in it.
I don't know either. I mean, I'll tell you what the point is. The point is Netflix need content. But I mean, you're talking like a 2-year lead time for a movie of this size. So you're not going to get this movie until 2023 at the earliest. Well, two movies.
It's like a but it's not like they're buying the rights to the Avengers.
No,
they're buying the rights to Knives Out.
Yeah,
I don't get it.
They obviously see something that we don't see.
Are people that buzzing to see this and Netflix think this is going to give us another subscribers? Or no, I don't get it.
Maybe we're wrong. Maybe Rian Johnson is the genius.
No.
Maybe he is the auteur that we've all been waiting for.
He is a genius because he's just made $100 million on Netflix without even putting pen to paper. It's not even...
Netflix, if you're watching, I've got a drone. I can fire it up and we can do a little documentary. There's a ton of stuff around Niagara that we could do, and it's all haunted stuff. It'd be fantastic.
Talk about the crime of the century. They will be doing a documentary about this. Bloody Pink Panther. Oh my god. Daniel Craig.
Do you think they're just lying in a hotel bedroom, just throwing up dollar bills, going, "We're in the money"?
Do you know what I mean? It's not as if they bought the rights to James Bond.
No,
Knives Out. They
bought the old James Bond because he's retiring, isn't he? He's hanging up his license to kill.
Yeah, but they've not bought the rights to James Bond. Do you know what I mean?
No, but they bought it to I say the worst foghorn leghorn impersonator ever.
I thought it was quite good. I actually thought Daniel Craig was quite good in the movie.
Yeah.
For what it was, but I think he's a great Bond as well. I do like him as Bond.
Yeah, Basildon Bond.
I like Daniel Craig actually quite a lot.
He's all right. Calm down. He's not worth $100 million for two movies.
No, he's not worth that.
But
sure.
anyway,
so yeah, the only winners there are those two. I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't get it either.
You know.
You want to move
and like
on?
You say, maybe we're missing something. But
maybe we are. Yeah. Good news, because we should always follow up bad news with good news.
Yay!
Disney's invented lightsabers.
What?
Yes, lightsabers are real. So apparently, at the end of some presentation, they were doing like a virtual presentation, like a D23 behind the scenes thing, and only a select few people were invited. And the guy that's in charge of Disney parks went, and one last thing, lightsabers are real.
What?
Fade to black. What? End of call.
What do you mean?
Lightsabers. He held up. I can't, because nobody was allowed to tape it. There's no screenshots and no nothing. It's just, and he did the lightsaber thing. So apparently, lightsabers are real.
He made that noise with his mouth.
Like that, yeah. Most powerful weapon in the galaxy, and he looks at it.
Me and James have had a lightsaber fight, and I tell you what, it's quite a thrill. I loved it. It was in the snow as well. It felt very Force Awakenish. Not real ones, but as good as. Especially in the dark.
That lightsaber fight makes me wish they had a lightsaber fight in Hoth.
The Force Awakens one?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a crack.
Like a kind of Darth Vader-y kind of like prelude to the fight at the end of the movie. They could have, you know how what's his face likes to bookend things. George Lucas, that's his name.
Yeah.
He likes to bookend things. It would be nice if he'd done one at the start where it was like, Luke did the, and then like kind of not whopped Darth Vader, but kind of got him into like a compromising position so he could run off, and then Vader, that would mean that Darth Vader's mad, kind of thing, and like he just wanted to teach the boy a lesson.
Yeah, I don't know. We should do top 5 lightsaber fights. For me, Darth Maul would be up there.
Yeah, the Duel of the Fates.
Yeah. Did you see that Ray Park, who plays Darth Maul, had put a tweet a few weeks ago saying time to suit up again or something.
Yeah.
Hinting
He's
that he
playing
was going to be
Toad.
in the new. No, he was hinting that he was going to be playing revamping his character in X-Men. That he was hinting that he was going to be in the new Obi-Wan series. Did you see that?
I did not see that. No.
Yeah.
Gets killed again.
Tweet out.
Oh, sorry, spoilers. Sorry.
Although
I don't know if is that canon. I guess it is.
What?
The rematch with Obi-Wan.
Oh yeah, it's canon.
Okay.
100%. There's Rebels, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Did you know that he put somehow there was footage of him receiving some pleasure of his lady, and it got posted up on Instagram or Twitter or something?
I did not.
This was like last year, maybe year and a half. God, I don't know. We've kind of lost some time.
Whenever it was, yeah.
I feel like we've had a blip. You know,
it does feel that. We'll get to that later.
It does feel that way. Anyway, it was maybe a year ago, and he accidentally, and I thought, well, he's done. He's not going to be back as Darth Maul posting stuff like that up.
Yeah.
I don't know if he'd been hacked or what. I'm not sure.
Yeah. But I mean, it's not. I mean, you know, it's not exactly, you know, Josh Whedon level of allegations, though.
No, not quite. But so lightsabers are real, eh?
Apparently.
I'll believe it when I see it.
Don't look at them like that.
They sound they're a bit dangerous to, you know. You can't really.
I mean, my guess is that they're for show. Like they'll be part of like a stage show they'll do at one of the Disney parks. That would be my guess.
How can they make them real?
I don't know.
I don't get it. I'm not understanding anything tonight.
I don't know. I'm not a physicist.
You need to put your teeth back in.
I'm breaking these in for a friend, though.
Mm-hmm.
Did you?
Dodd.
Oh, my little tickling stick. Oh, back to Naughty Ash.
Oh,
like, I can just imagine folk listening to this going like, what century are these guys from? The 20th. Sometimes I feel like Buck Rogers sometimes when we do these things, but then folk will be like, who the hell's Buck Rogers?
Does that mean I'm Wilma?
Yeah, beady. No, you're Tweaky.
I'm Tweaky? Oh, aye, of course. I'm Tweaky. I'll Tweaky you.
You could be the professor and his little water pouch thing that he had. Remember that beady.
Right, okay.
Used to, what was his called? Professor Yaffle or whatever his name was.
I don't know why, right? But my Instagram, there's pictures of Wilma coming up. I don't know what I've done.
I think I know what you've done. You've been searching for Erin Grey, is what you've been doing.
There's pictures of Wilma coming up from Buck Rogers in her extremely tight outfit.
That's Colonel Deering to you.
You know, Colonel Deering. God, it's in your memory.
Colonel William Deering.
Yeah,
Wilma Deering.
Wilma, not William.
William. William was her father's name.
Aye.
Now the Birdman.
If they ever remade, I do actually. Aye. I love Buck Rogers. Magic.
That was great.
Anyway, we're digressing as usual.
And oh god, what's the name? Princess. It wasn't Adama.
Oh yeah.
God, what was her name?
Buck.
Yeah. She was. She turned up in. She was Sam Houston's sidekick in the police procedural called Houston. Strange enough.
Right.
Anyway,
we're losing the audience.
What? What is going on here? I remember back in the day, Stephen J. Cannell used to make TV shows and he would throw them in the air, along with Glenn A. Larson. Anyway, the last one we want to talk about is this thing here, which you want to tell the viewers, ladies and germs?
Yes, well, I've been enjoying the old Xbox Ultimate Game Pass on the old laptop, but I thought I'd take it one step further, and I've been, as we spoke about this, was it last week, the week before?
Yeah, there's been a couple of weeks I think we've been talking about this, yeah.
Razor Kishi, and the more I've been looking into it, I've thought, well, I fancy it, but I think they're at about £80. But I managed to get one on eBay for £40. So it's going to arrive next week. So next week, guys, we will be looking at this thing. It's basically a clip onto your Android phone. It's got a C type USB connection.
Oh, at the bottom.
And on the side. Well, on the side.
Oh, okay.
See the right hand side joystick. That's got the yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
There's a C.
So you've got a C style on the bottom of your phone.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
It doesn't work with iOS at all. Apparently,
I think you need a different one though. They do sell a unit that does.
No.
Yeah.
No. Apple don't support it. That's what I heard anyway.
Razor Kishi iOS. We looked at this the other day there, and I'm sure I saw one.
I know you said that, but everything I've seen it doesn't. Apple doesn't support
iPhone.
It. Oh, it does. Okay, fair enough. All right.
Okay, so I mean, yeah, there you go. There's the lightning. There's the lightning connector.
All right. Okay. Oh, fair enough. All right. Okay. Fair enough. Sorry, my bad.
There you go. See, real time fact checking.
I don't think it. Right. Okay, but it doesn't support Game Pass.
No, it doesn't. No, you're right, because that's what
it doesn't support.
Yes.
It supports the joystick, but it doesn't support Game Pass.
Yeah, it's only on Android, the Game Pass. Yeah.
Yes.
So, so you've no idea what you're going to get access to on Game Pass?
No, I do.
Yeah. Oh, you do? Okay.
And I get exactly what I can access on the computer, on the PC.
Oh, okay.
So I'm basically going to have a handheld version of everything that I can, and you don't download the games; they're streamed, so it's like Google Stadia.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
As long as I've got a good Wi-Fi thing, so I'm going to try this bad boy out.
Honestly, your 4G should be fine.
Yeah.
I think you 4G.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, that should be fine.
Yeah.
I mean,
so I'm going to try it out. I think for you, you don't even need a computer. You don't even need a computer to enjoy Xbox games.
Yeah. Well, I have an Apple device.
I know you're building something. All right, okay, so you do.
So I can't use that. But I am building. I've got bits. So I ordered things yesterday. I can pull this down.
Oh, good. This is exciting.
I ordered things yesterday. So I've got. I was toying with the idea. So whatever machine you're building, there's two things you need to know about it. Number one, everything as soon as you purchase it, it is now immediately out of date.
That's right.
So everything you buy is out of date. The second thing
is
that no matter what you buy, it's wrong. You did it wrong. You shouldn't have bought that.
Yep.
You should have bought this and all that kind of. So that's the two things you need to know when you're building a PC. So the machine I'm running on just now, this whole thing here, I built about nearly 6 years. Jesus, yes, 6 years. No, longer than that. It's about 6 years ago. We'll say 6 years ago. So it's needing a bit of a refresh. It's still pretty good, but it's like the video encoding takes a while and all that kind of stuff. So I've ordered a 10th gen i7 from Intel. I was swithering to go with the AMD, but the AMD prices are like, wah. And also you can't buy an AMD in North America with a built-in graphics card in the CPU. They don't sell them, apparently, according to Jay's 2 cents. So I'm like, well, I can't go AMD because I can't get a graphics card just now. So I need something with a CPU, a chip, a central processing unit with a graphics card on it, so I can use it just now while I'm waiting for the supply chain to sort of get back to normal. So I ordered that 32 gig of RAM, a 1 terabyte system drive, a 2 terabyte data drive, 750 volt power supply, a massive like heat sink thing. What else did I order? No optical drives or anything like that, because I've got optical drives in this machine anyway, and nobody uses them anymore. optical drives. And I think that's
solid state.
It's also so the other thing is on a motherboard as well, obviously, because you need to plug everything into it. So the two, in fact, I can show you the input two.
I've been trying to convince Sloan to upgrade so they can play games.
So this is see these guys. This isn't the one I got, but this is. I'll show, in fact, I can show you here because I actually have one down here.
You prepared earlier. What is this? Earlier?
So you know the size of hard drives. You've seen a hard drive before. These are the new ones that plug directly onto the motherboard, right onto the motherboard itself. I'm not kidding. This is the actual hard drive here. This is a 5.
So does this make things? Does this make things faster then? Because it's the right link.
This is 512 gigabyte hard drive.
Whoa!
That's it. That plugs
holding
directly
up the effectively a stick of chewing gum.
Basically, yeah. Let me just
pod listeners.
That is just, it's basically a stick of chewing. In fact, I will put up a minifig for size comparison. There you go. There's a minifig for size comparison.
Sloan is holding up a minifig of the Goonies. What's the guy called?
Sloth.
Aye.
Yeah, there you go. It's tiny.
Effectively a stick of chewing gum. Yeah.
It's a stick of chewing gum.
How big is that?
So that one there is 512 gig.
Wow.
That's 512 gig. So, so I've ordered that. A bigger, like obviously bigger ones than that, but they're effectively the same size.
Mm-hmm.
And they fit directly onto the motherboard, so there's no wires floating around for like hard drives or anything. So it's all very clean. Everything's like on the board itself.
I'll tell you one thing, right? When you download, I bought a 4 terabyte storage block, as I spoke about, for game, so we can play games, right? And when the game downloads onto that, but there's a part of it, files download onto the internal storage as well.
Right. Yeah.
Can I change? Can I change that, or is that just the way things are?
It depends on your configuration. Like I don't know about the configuration for like Game Pass, but you should be like Steam, for example. You can specify the folder that your library exists on.
Yeah, I just want it all to be on the terabyte. I just want it all to be on there because it's clogging things up now again on my C drive.
Yeah, I'm not
cool.
I'm not sure how that works.
Look into that.
Yeah,
I have to look into that. Even getting rid of games, and it's not cool because we've got Steam and we've got Xbox. The Game Pass.
I mean, certainly the Steam one, you can definitely move all the games over to there. But what you might end up having to do is remove all the game. Like I'm sure there's probably a forum post about how to do it, but you might have to remove those games and then add them again. I can't remember.
Then you lose all your. But then you lose saves and things as well if you do that, don't you? Probably.
That's what I'm saying. Is there might be a way to transfer it without losing, because it's all inside. There's like game data or app data or something inside the Steam library itself, and that's what, because I used to know this stuff back when I was doing like shipping game type development rather than doing online development. But there is a way to do it, I think.
Yeah, it's just a little bit of a pain that having bought a 4 terabyte, there's still some issues with the laptop getting clogged up.
Yeah. What size is your
first world problems, everybody? But,
actually, I mean, to be honest, your laptop's quite new, so you could probably add one of these sticks onto your laptop, and then that would give you could put things on the internal one there. Not that I'm suggesting you get a 512. I mean, the 1 terabyte one is about $125.
Right. So I can add on to the internal drive?
You can add another internal drive.
All right, okay. I think I can do that, actually. Yeah. Right, I'll check that out. Anyway, yeah.
Anyway, should we talk about what you're watching?
Oh, yes. Shall we have a break?
What?
I was like, shall we have a break first?
Oh, sure, yeah, okay.
Keep going.
We can do that.
As long as yeah, let's do that.
Okay. So, what have you been watching?
Okay. That was a successful cinema night on Friday.
Ah.
The last two have been disastrous, but these were good ones. We watched Kong versus Godzilla, or Godzilla versus Kong, however way you want it.
Okay. Is it good?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's obviously you want to see that in the cinema, but I'll take what I can get. Yeah, man, it's great. It's like two, leviathans kicking the crap out of each other and punching each other and throwing them about. And
we used to watch these movies when we were kids. It was two guys just dressed in suits.
Special effects are off the scale. And there's not much of a story going on, but what there is okay. Holds the thing together. Great, loved it.
So how do they handle the whole Skull Island thing then?
What do you mean?
Well, do they go back to Skull Island and they're all like, "Hey, Kong, I know."
No. Kong's been captured and he's living basically in a. This is right at the start of the movie. I'm not spoiling anything. Kong is basically in this containment. It's basically like a giant amphitheater, and it's like, at the beginning of it, Kong sharpens a bit like you when you undid your symbol and threw it at me one time.
All right, okay,
in the band.
Yeah,
he kind of, this little kid kind of comes with it and he's like he grabs a tree, sharpens it, and then flings it up into the sky, and you think, what's he doing? And it's like the Truman Show. It hits like a panel of the sky is basically it's like a projected sky, breaks the kind of mirror or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Screen, and you realise he's in this big containment thing, big stadium or whatever.
Yeah.
But inside it looks like a jungle.
Right.
So yeah, and then Godzilla's causing havoc and stuff, and yeah, great.
So is it a similar cast to the one that was in the original? I haven't seen the original, not the original one, but the recent remake of Godzilla.
The new ones, aye.
Yeah, is it the same cast?
Millie Bobby Brown's in it, and her dad, who was in actually in King Kong, the Peter Jackson one. He was the actor. Guy, and he was also the policeman in the Super 8. I can't remember the guy's name.
I know the guy you mean.
He's really good. I really like him in movies.
It's not Austin Powers, but it's like Austin Powers.
Can't remember his name. Anyway, he's good. He's not in it a lot though. Millie Bobby Brown. I'll tell you who's in it as well. The kid from Deadpool 2 that was in Hunt for Wilder.
The New Zealand kid. Yeah.
Yeah, man, he's good.
The guy that plays the sheriff / dad in Super 8 and is also the dad in this one as well. He kind of reminds me of God, what's his name? Robert Foster.
Oh yeah, totally. See that?
The black hole. Jerry Bale and Bond.
Jackie Brown.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I can see that. So yeah, we watched that. Then we thought we'd round that off with something totally depressing, but
good,
but great. Best film I've seen this year. The Father with Anthony Hopkins and Olivia Colman. It's about a father who's got dementia, and it's all kind of done from his point of view. So Olivia Colman's the daughter, and she comes in. That's a dude.
Kyle Chandler.
Yeah, he's not in The Father. He's in King Kong.
Yeah,
and he was in the original Peter Jackson King Kong. The Father's it's Anthony Hopkins, Olivia Colman, and it is the best film I've seen this year. It's basically there's a scene in it at the beginning.
It's up for Best Picture.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
There's a scene at the beginning. I think it was based on. I think it's a play before. It feels quite like a play.
Mm.
There's a bit in it when she's talking to him and saying, "What? Why are you falling out with your carers all the time?" kind of thing, Dad. And then she goes away out, right? And she's chatting away, and then she comes back in, and it's somebody completely different. It's a different woman, and he's like, "Where's such and such?" It's like, "What are you talking about, Dad? It's me. I've always been here." Right? So if that's his first bit, you're like,
right,
what's going on here? So and then there's moments like that, and people just turn up. Mark Gatiss is in it. He just turns up. He's sitting. And he's like, "What are you doing in my flat?" And he's like, "This is my flat. We're taking care of you and stuff like that." "No, you get out of the flat." But it's really, I'm doing it not a justice. Mm-hmm. It's really good. Wow. Brilliantly acted. Me and Evelyn on bits by the end of it.
But cracking. Anthony Hopkins. I mean, Olivia Colman. Let's not.
Aye,
let's not poo-poo Olivia Colman, but Anthony Hopkins is just a legend.
I tell you, man, he is brilliant in it. He's absolutely brilliant in it, and it's funny. There's a lot of good humour in it as well. It's not just a total serious. It's really quite down to earth, and it's great. It's brilliant.
She does a. We actually watched Hot Fuzz last night, and Olivia Colman's in that playing.
So she is,
but she's fantastic in The Crown. Like, she's amazing as the Queen.
Oh yeah, mm-hmm. Everyone watches The Crown. I don't watch it. Did you ever watch the movie The Favourite? I think it was called.
No, it's the one with Emma Stone and Olivia Colman.
Aye, that was great. It was brilliant film. Did quirky. Kind of quirky,
It's Best Picture. She won Best. She won an Academy Award. I think she might have won it for that picture.
She did. She's like this kind of spoilt ruler queen. I think it's based in real life, real events. That was a good movie too. We finished The Boys. I bet you thought we finished that ages ago, but we've just finished it.
Who had 3 years?
My God, I know. Yeah.
Wow. Huh?
Yeah, it wasn't. I don't know. Everyone kept falling asleep, and I'm like, Jesus, I'm going to watch this. It took us ages to watch it. So, no, I don't think she was falling asleep because it was bad. It was just she was tired. It was great. I mean, I don't know if I liked it as much as the first season, but it was still cracking. And it's got one of the best lines at the end of the thing when Billy
Butcher
says to the wee kid, "Remember what I told you?"
Yeah.
You know what it says?
Yes.
I was like,
so.
Brilliant.
I mean, I know you're going to mention that you watched Winter Soldier. I think, talking of like superheroes and supremacists and things like that, I think The Boys does a better job. It feels
there's there's actually a lot of parallels, I think, with Winter Soldier. I think you're right. Actually, I think you're right.
I think it does a better job.
Well, we'll get on to Winter Soldier because we both obviously watched that. Yeah. We've been starting to watch The Flight Attendant. I don't know if you get that. We get it in Sky Atlantic, but it must be an HBO thing.
I've seen it, but I know what it is. It's Katie Coco
from Big Bang Theory.
Yeah, Katie Coco. Yeah.
It's brilliant. It's really good. She's a flight attendant, and she goes to, I think, oh god, it's like Hong Kong or somewhere like that, right? And she hooks up with it. Well, she meets this guy on the plane, and they flirt and all that, and then they end up meeting up and going to his hotel. And then she wakes up in the morning, and he's dead with his throat slit, right? But he comes back, American Werewolf in London style, to her. But it's not a horror thing. It's just kind of she's trying to piece things together because she can't remember how. She doesn't know how it happened. She never did it. You know, it's great. It's really good. It's brilliant. We watched that movie Palm Springs. You were saying it was old though. Palm Springs.
It's about a year old. Yeah.
Aye. So it only came on Amazon Prime on Friday for us. And I enjoyed it, and he kind of reminds me of a kind of Chevy Chase type character.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, in this one, yeah,
yeah. And do you know what this is my own expectation of it. I was expecting it to be a little bit more sci-fi than it was. It was.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I just expected a little bit more kind of sci-fi.
J.K. Simmons,
but I thought it was fun. I thought it was funny, and I thought there's real room for a series of these things, or making it into a TV series.
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah,
especially the way it ended, which I won't spoil, but
yeah,
I don't know if you remember.
It does get a bit sciencey towards the end.
It does, but just. I thought it might. I think there's room for a TV series there, definitely.
Yeah.
Did you like it? Did you?
I did. Yeah. I was quite satisfied with the ending as well. I thought it was neatly done.
Me too, actually. Yeah, me too. Yeah. I thought it was going to go. A wee bit. It started to go a little bit predictable.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, "Oh, here we go," but it pulled itself back.
Yeah.
Definitely did.
It did that thing as well, where it's like you're only getting like 1% of the story. And then, like every time loop, you would get a little bit more of it, and it's like, okay, we've seen this movie before. I actually, I watched another Groundhog Day style movie this week as well.
Okay. Well, I think this Groundhog Day movie was more realistic though, because it was more. They literally were. Whatever you wanted to do it,
Yeah.
So they did it, and they messed about with people and stuff, and it was funny, especially some of the dance routine things. That was really funny.
Yeah, that was good as well. Yeah, when they go to the dive bar.
Aye, that was really funny.
Spinning around.
And in fact, his first scene when he meets her, and he's dancing through the crowd, but you don't know it at the time, but he's spoilers. But he's done that so many times that he knows every move that everybody's going to make. So he's like, he's made up this routine. That was really funny, but liked it. Art heist, it's a robbery. I'm such a sucker for these things. I love a drone shot. I'm fully in. It's good. It's only 4 episodes, so I can't wait to see the end of that.
Cool.
And Run, you kind of started watching it, but you never finished it. It's pretty good, actually. It's pretty good. Yeah, we're big fans of her.
She's very good.
Yeah. It's good. It's a good film, and it's you can see where it's going after a while, but it's good. It's quite original. Liked it in its own way. Enjoyed it. I like Sarah Paulson. She's good.
Yeah, she is. Yeah, she was good in the OG.
The girl in it's very good as well.
Yes,
the girl in it's good.
The plays the daughter.
She's good in it. Yeah, she's good in it. She's actually disabled, I think.
Yeah, she is. Yeah.
In a wheelchair.
Yep.
Yeah. There you go.
Cool. I watched 2 god awful movies this week, and I feel just.
Should we speak of it?
Winter Soldier. Yeah. Okay.
That was a together one.
I'm concerned that this feels a lot more rushed than WandaVision. Like, it feels like they had a story. Coronavirus came along. They didn't want to talk about certain things because it was coronavirus. Like the whole death of the Mama Cass woman. And then there's a lot of where they'll say a line, but they'll end the line away from camera like that. And you're like, what the hell? Yeah, it's like a really important line.
Odd edits.
Yeah, and the strangest edit in episode 4 for me was the one where there's a couple of interesting ones, but the worst one was the one where Bucky and Sam are walking along the street, and they're like, what's going to happen here? Because they talk to. So okay, let me roll back a minute. What's her face? The Flag Smasher. She finds out who, like, she does some doxing, and she finds out Sam's sister's phone number, calls her up, and says, "I'm gonna give you my coordinates, and if he doesn't do what he says he's going to do, then I'm going to kill you." And so they're walking along the street, Sam and Bucky.
Spoilers.
Yeah, spoilers. And they're walking along the street, and he gets a text from his sister after he explains all about this. And he goes, "I'm just waiting for a text from my sister." Gets a text from the sister, and it's an address. And I'm like, that's a bit sloppy. They said it was going to be coordinates. It's not coordinates is not an address. Okay, so there's that thing to it. Then there was the whole thing with Agent not Peggy Carter. She's got a cut.
That's not Matt.
And she's got another cut in the lip. But anyway, so they're walking along.
I think that's nitpicky.
But here's this is the bit I was getting to. So they're walking along, and he goes, "Oh, here's the address." Then it cuts, and they're walking into the address, fully dressed in the battle fatigues, but they weren't in it the previous scene. So they didn't. There was no dialogue about they were going back to the hotel to get changed. For all we knew, they were just. I don't know. But then there was another thing as well where it was like, it immediately went into a fight, and I'm like, who started that fight? Like, I still don't know who started the fight. It was just this weird edit where all of a sudden they were on the ground level and they were fighting, and I was like, what the hell is going on here? There's just some weird
criticism
in that.
My criticism of it is that I'm glad they didn't do that. Well, let's go back to the hotel and get changed. Because I think there's too much exposition in it. I think there's too much chat and saying we're going to do this and this is why this has happened and stuff. You know, it's like Phantom Menace. That was the big problem about that because it was all them
Walking and
chatting
talking.
around a bloody round table and
Walking and talking.
walking and talking
Yeah.
and nothing was. There should be something happening something interesting happening while they're doing that instead of them sitting talking.
There were moments
You
about
know?
that. So did you remember the bit in the episode where they
That's
were?
my issue with
I
it.
swear to God, this is true. It looked like they were on a pub crawl.
Mm-hmm.
There was just a bunch of guys walking up a cobbled street in Riga,
Yeah.
and I was like, "This is like a pub crawl." But in the back, Wyatt Russell acting his little socks off. He's got his hand, and it was kind of doing this kind of like weird twitchy thing.
Yeah.
In the background, his kind of head going like that as well. Mwah.
That
was good.
That is what's saving. That's what's no saving. I mean, it's not. It's not bad, right? But for me, the whole injection of Wyatt Russell as that the John Walker character, for me is the the essence of this show. It's
the chef's kiss.
For me, that's the
bit at the end, the symbolism where he was using a defensive weapon to kill this guy with, the blood at the bottom of it, the fact that the guy that he did it to was like a huge Captain America fan because he'd basically sort of spilt his guts to Callie about it earlier on about being a big fan. But just there's a bit in it where he raises the shield up and you see this manic look in his face. That is like freeze frame that would be a panel in a comic book.
Oh, that iconic! Completely.
It was utterly amazing, and all power to Wyatt Russell because he is playing this character perfectly. Like it's flawless the way that he's doing it. The whole I know that this is more of a direction, not really Wyatt Russell, but like he started off as clean shaven and he's getting more and more unkempt as it goes on. He's got all these kind of wee twitchy things. He keeps like doing that thing with the bridge of the nose and all this kind of stuff, and just all these little subtle things that are going on in John Walker.
I think that for me is really a winner. That side of this show, it's great.
Yeah, and obviously, I mean, they're saying quite a lot about American foreign policy and policing in general. In all of this,
it's all good, all that stuff,
and that's fine. And well, it's not fine, you know what I mean, though. But I think this for me is where science fiction has been good at doing things like that, where it's like, well, we'll just wrap it in a comic book. I know, I see what you're doing. You're peeing into a bottle.
I'm pouring a beer here, sorry. In case you didn't think I was peeing in it, I'll explain myself.
But yeah, I like that's amazing. Like the whole, the world is watching. I mean, that's what the episode was called, and everybody's on their mobile phones watching.
Videoing it, and he's like
watching this
there.
In uniform, an American uniform as well.
I think the next two episodes are going to be really good, though. I'm really intrigued.
Yeah,
it hooks you, man. Though you can't say it doesn't hook you. You know what I mean?
I mean, I'm still watching. The thing is, I don't really have any affinity to the Bucky and Sam characters, though. Like,
I know.
They're kind of meh there. Like, I
agree.
Like, in one way, John is a tragic character because his best friend's just been killed. In another way, he's a complete and utter psycho, and that serum is not going to help. That's just going to just jack up the whole psycho thing. So I mean, he's not just a ticking time bomb. He's a bomb that's gone off, and it's going to keep going off. I mean, his outburst last week with the "Do you know who I am?" That shows you the kind of character that he is.
Well, his ego is getting off the scale, isn't it? Now?
Oh yeah.
And then for him to take the serum.
Yeah,
and it's like that's what I say. I met James in a car park yesterday. I think he followed me. I'll be honest with you, just because he was bursting to speak to somebody about it. And the next thing, I get in my car, right, and I'm sitting there, and then I just heard somebody go, "Jody," and I looked, and James was sitting in his car beside me, and I'm like, winded down my window, you know. And he's like, "Oh, what did you think of the episode?" You come from? I was like, "Yeah." And I says, "Yeah." I says, "I've heard a lot of folks saying it's their favourite episode so far, but the ending was really great, you know.
Yeah.
But for me, the build-up was dull.
Like
in a way.
As soon as they brought in Battlestar, I was like, "Oh, this guy's got to die." It's just one of those like you have to have that arc. I mean, you have to have that tipping point that he just snaps.
Yeah,
and
it was quite a good way that they did it, though. You know.
Yeah. Well, and the other thing as well is it had to be Callie, the flag smasher herself. It had to be her that killed him.
Ginger haired girl.
Yeah. Erin Kellyman, who played Enfys Nest, which is a very similar character as well.
Oh, God's sake! I keep forgetting that. Do you want me
to get my Enfys Nest figure? Just stand it up
Lego
there.
Figure?
No, it's not. No.
No, show's in.
Right, one moment, please.
Right, talk amongst yourselves. I'll do a little Boba Fett dance while you're waiting. There you go. You think of this? Yeah. Got a leg shown. Hello. Can. All you can see is my fingers, so it's pointless. Anyway.
It's definitely been removed from box, so it's completely worthless. But, who cares? Come on.
I'm still trying to complete my 3 3/4 inch figure series of the Solo movie. Cool. So is that just the tall, the kind of plasticky tall figure?
Yeah, it's just a plasticky tall thing. It doesn't their head doesn't come off, or the helmet doesn't come off.
That's the big Marvel characters you get as well.
Yeah.
Right.
I got it as a kind of
groovy.
Yeah. A stocking filler. Christmas.
Pretty cool.
Pretty.
So there you go. But we'll be going in depth with James because James loved it. So
I did.
Watch tomorrow and see what he thinks. Because he probably has, well, from speaking to him yesterday, he's got some good stuff to say about it. So tune in tomorrow.
10 p.m. UK time, 5 p.m. Eastern Daylight Savings Time. Tomorrow on the Super Kelly Brothers YouTube channel. We'll post up something on Facebook as well to give you the link. But yeah, we'll be up there. Do it. So anyway, I watched 3 movies this week. I didn't watch any other TV shows other than The Office and usual stuff. But I watched Gemini Man with your man Will Smith.
So William of Smith, yep.
It's a movie.
And yeah, I heard it wasn't great.
No, it's not.
I've told you about this, Sloan. I've told you about this.
Oh no, Jody. It gets worse.
Life's too short.
It gets worse.
Why do you keep watching bad films?
Jody, you've no idea. I do it for the channel.
You do it so we don't have to?
Exactly. I do it so you don't have to. See? Method of my madness. Anyway, so after watching Gemini Man, I took a couple of days off because I'm like, I can't watch any more bad movies. So then Thunder Force came out on Friday.
Oh, Christ. Was it?
Melissa McCarthy and Octavia Spencer. Yeah. No, it's terrible. It's the worst movie ever made. No, that's a bit too harsh. Second worst.
That's no Dick Tracy, is it?
I think Dick Tracy might be better.
The only film I've ever walked out of in the cinema.
Chicken Little for me. I have to say that Thunder Force, I'm glad I didn't pay any money for it because I would have wanted my money back. It's really bad. Melissa McCarthy plays a alcoholic, smart-mouthed slob.
Typecasting?
The thing's written and directed by her husband. So I guess he's working with source material here. She delivers her lines as if, and I swear this is something I picked up on. It sounds like she's drunk the entire picture. Like she slurs a lot of her lines. And I don't know if that's her character or if that's because she's like, I need to get some booze to get through these because this is terrible. Octavia Spencer is woefully underused. I don't know. She's a good actress, but like...
Did you ever see that film Ma that she was in?
No, apparently that's really good, but I've not seen that. No.
Great. Yeah.
I've seen Hidden Figures though, but just awful. It's such a bad movie, and it's so predictable. And it's got a great cast in it. It's got Bobby Cannavale's in it. The FBI guy from Ant-Man, not the FBI, the cop guy from Ant-Man. Jason Bateman's in it as well.
Oh yeah, is he the baddie?
Plays Crabman. Pom Mantis from Guardians of the Galaxy's in it as well. Pom Clendeef. I can never pronounce her surname. Sorry, Pom. She's in it. There's a baddie. So there's the CIA woman, the ex-CIA woman, who I swear to God, and I think that they cast her for this reason, looks like Kathleen Kennedy. She's in it. So
Netflix tend to do that. So they tend to do these kind of really safe, generic films. Like Adam Sandler does a lot of them.
Yeah.
That was okay. I didn't mind that actually.
But it's not safe though. It's there's a lot of crude humor in them. So it's not,
but I mean safe as in generic type movies that you know how it's going to go. It's predictable. Predictable movies.
Yeah, and it
that's what I mean.
I predicted it as well. It was like they're going to be childhood friends. They're going to fall out. So basically the plot is, and this is what I predicted was, they fell out just before they went to college because they were childhood friends. She went to college and became this like uber successful. Octavia Spencer went and became this uber successful businesswoman. She became a slob and still living in her mum's apartment while her mum's died and all that kind of stuff. They're going to come together. There's going to be some kind of weird industrial accident, and Melissa McCarthy is going to get superpowers, and then Octavia Spencer is going to get superpowers as well. I got that bit wrong because it turns out that anyway, it doesn't matter.
Don't spoil the whole film, by the way.
And then the team's going to break up because they've got a disagreement, and then they're going to get back together again. It's the formula for everything. This is the Hollywood formula. It's like Ben Falco sitting there with like a blank sheet of paper with like bullet points of what things need to what beats need to happen.
That reminds me. Do you know what I watched again as well this week?
It's not The Boys, that's for sure.
Getting onto a decent film. The Ballad of Buster Scruggs.
Oh yeah, that's a good movie.
Yeah, and I wondered if I would like the Liam Neeson story better the second time round.
Oh no, I loved that one. I thought that was great.
I didn't like it.
Really?
Again. Yeah.
I love that one. It's so dark.
And the Tom Waits one is it's very dark. The Tom Waits one is still the best.
That's great. That one.
Movie.
Yeah.
I love that.
That is a great one.
Yeah. Anyway, we've spoken about that once, but
I also like the First Time Hanging.
Yeah. Oh, the first two stories are fantastic. The Buster Scruggs story at the start is
that's
fantastic.
Great as well. Yeah. Yeah.
And it's oh God, the guy in the big tall fella and the Mandalorian, the prisoner episode.
Clancy Brown.
Clancy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's him that's in it.
That's right, the card guy.
He goes in the saloon
Yeah.
And he's like, going to shoot him, and then he puts his foot up onto the saloon table and the plank of wood and hits him in the chin.
Yeah.
He shoots himself in the face about 3 times.
Yeah.
That was fantastic.
That's great. Yeah.
Anyway,
and I watched. The last thing I watched was this week. Anyway, was Two Distant Strangers, which is on Netflix. I think it's a couple of years old. I'm not entirely sure, but it's Groundhog Day. So
all right.
There's a black couple lying in bed. He wakes up and he's about to like sneak out, and she's going, "Oh, you're going to ghost me?" And he's like, "No, I just got to get home and feed my dog, but I'll call you." So he goes outside and he bumps into this guy and spills coffee. The guy's walking, spills coffee on him. And he goes, "Oh, sorry, man." He goes, "Dude, you asshole," and sort of like shit. The guy shouts at him, and he walks away. And this cop says, "Hey, is there a problem here?" And it goes downhill from there, and he ends up getting shot. Wakes up, same bed, same woman.
All right.
And it goes on and on and on like that. And it's a sort of it's a great. It's only 32 minutes long, 38 minutes long, I think. It's not very long anyway, but it's a Twilight Zone episode basically,
Right.
and it has a great moral. I really don't want to spoil it because the ending's really good.
Wow, I've not seen it.
Tragic, but really good.
I'll tell you what, as well.
The whole thing's tragic, but it's a great story.
Just to jump in there, Neil Blomkamp, that did Elysium and
District 9.
District 9.
Special effects on Stargate SG-1.
No. He has got from 2018. He's got like a kind of collection of story type movie on Prime
really?
Just now.
Has he?
Yeah, I'd never heard of it before.
Neil Blomkamp.
Yeah, it's like called something 29 Studio or something. It's called. Okay. And it looks really good. It looks as if it's like a kind of anthology of. See, while you're looking at that, can I just 2 seconds? Sorry.
Sure. In fact, I can bring it up here. Let me share. While Jodie's away, the mice will play. Okay, so I'm looking up Neil Blomkamp's thing here. So, what did you say it was going to be called? Firebase? No. The Escape? Chappie? No. Cross the Line? Zygote? Cooking with Bill? Oh, there you go. TV miniseries. Is it Cooking with Bill? Is that what he's talking about? Cooking with Bill. There you go. So this is a series of black comedy parodies of late night cooking infomercials starring a hapless presenter named Bill. The products he demonstrates are all end up producing disgusting product, which he then consumes or malfunctioning and maiming him. Okay. Let me just check and see if that's on Prime. No, it's not on Prime here. So it's called Cooking with Bill. Oh yeah, Ahsoka.
I forgot Heather.
Nice. So it's called Cooking with Bill.
No.
No.
Neil Blomkamp.
Yeah. What's it about?
It's like an anthology. My battery's about to go in my.
I know, but what? Have you seen it? Have you seen an episode?
It's on Prime. It's on Prime.
Okay, but what? But what though?
Wait, I'm just going to tell you. Right, I'll find it.
Is it called Cooking with Bill?
Oats
Oats
Studio. Then Prime.
Studio Volume 1.
Yeah, that's the one.
Oh,
There's
wait.
your
I
little
think
short stories. It's like a kind of almost like a showcase thing for him.
Yeah, this is yeah, I know what this is. This is on YouTube.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Is this the movies he made that got him these movie gigs?
Yeah.
Because he did all these kind of really interesting
I
stuff
think
with
so, yeah. Yeah, it's like
his
all this sort of
special
special
effects and
effecty
stuff.
type stuff, yeah.
Aye.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. But he did a miniseries called Cooking with Bill. And Cooking with Bill apparently is a 4-part miniseries about this guy called Bill who demonstrates cooking products and ends up getting maimed by them at the end of it. And that's every single episode.
Not heard of that.
Yeah, it's from 2017. So there's one Damasu, Presto Veg, Smoothie, and Sushi are the ones.
I'll say night, yeah. Sorry.
Okay.
Come here.
Okay.
That's as much as he's going to show. Any thumbs up there? Yeah. Well, we went right over, haven't we?
We have, yeah. Way over. Way over. But I think that should probably do it for us anyway. If you like this, please hit the old like button and smash the share, and then do all those things that you do on social media like Facebook and Twitter and whatever social media platforms you want. You want to share this video, that'd be great, or podcast if you're listening to audio. And if you got this far on YouTube and you want timely reminders, hit the old subscribe button and notification bell, and YouTube will run its old algos and it will set you up just fine. But yeah, that's about us. Anything else you want to add, Jody?
Thanks for watching. Make sure you watch tomorrow for our episode 4 breakdown of Falcon Winter Soldier.
Sounds good. We'll catch you next week, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Cheers, guys.